Hey guys, hope y'all are doing so good on this Thursday morning. I want to remind you guys some things real quick before we get into our devotion this morning. First, I want to remind you guys that we won't be doing anything tonight. We did game night Tuesday night, so we won't be doing anything again tonight. And next Thursday, Kelsey and I will be out of town, so we won't be doing anything on on that Thursday night either. Also, want to let you guys know that if you tried to watch our live stream on YouTube last night and your audio wasn't working, totally not your fault, totally on me. I figured out what was going on. I fixed it, so it should be working well for next Wednesday. But you can go to our Facebook page and watch the Bible study that we did last night. We went Facebook Live. And then also remember, guys, we will be doing our Sunday school via Zoom on Sunday morning at 9:30. All right. Okay. This morning, the devotion I want to share with you guys, the words I want to share with you guys, comes from from 2 Samuel chapter 9, and it's this story of Mephibosheth. And this is a beautiful story, and it's a story I hadn't heard until I was in youth. It was a story I'd never heard of, and I was at a concert with a band called Leland, and the lead singer sang this song called "Carried to the Table," and he told us about this story and how he came to writing that song. So let's get into it. It's 2 Samuel chapter 9. It's verses 1 through 13. That's the whole chapter, but this is a beautiful, beautiful story. So starting in verse 1, and David said, "Is there still anyone left in the house of Saul, that I may show him kindness for Jonathan's sake?" Now there was a servant in the house of Saul, whose name was Ziba, and they called him to David. And the king said to him, "Are you Ziba?" And he said, "I am your servant." And the king said, "Is there not still someone of the house of Saul, that I may show the kindness of God to him?" Ziba said to the king, "There is still a son of Jonathan. He is crippled in his feet." The king said to him, "Where is he?" And Ziba said to the king, "He is in the house of Machir, the son of Ammiel, at Lodabar." Then King David sent and brought him from the house of Machir, the son of Ammiel, at Lodabar. And Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, son of Saul, came to David and fell on his face and paid homage. And David said, "Mephibosheth." And he answered, "Behold, I am your servant." And David said to him, "Do not fear, for I will show you kindness for the sake of your father Jonathan, and I will restore to you all the land of Saul your father, and you shall eat at my table always." And he paid homage and said, "What is your servant, that you should show regard for a dead dog such as I?" Then the king called Ziba, Saul's servant, and said to him, "All that belonged to Saul and to all his house I have given to your master's grandson, and you and your sons and your servants shall till the land for him, and shall bring in the produce, that your master's grandson may have bread to eat. But Mephibosheth, your master's grandson, shall always eat at my table." Now Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. So then Ziba said to the king, "According to all that my lord the king commands his servant, so will your servant do." So Mephibosheth ate at David's table like one of the king's sons. And Mephibosheth had a young son whose name was Micah, and all who lived in Ziba's house became Mephibosheth's servants. So Mephibosheth lived in Jerusalem, for he ate always at the king's table. Now he was lame in both feet. This story is beautiful because it paints such a glorious picture of exactly what God has done for us. God has brought us, has called us into forgiveness. Imagine Mephibosheth, the grandson of Saul, David's kind of enemy before he became king, being called by David, the current king, was probably pretty scared. And David even says, "Do not fear, for I will show you kindness. And he welcomes Mephibosheth as a son at his table. In the same way, God does the same thing to us while we were enemies of God. He has made a place for us at his table, and he invites us to sit and eat at his table. That's the word of encouragement I want to give you guys this morning. Regardless of your stance, regardless of your status, regardless of how you view church, God has invited you to come and eat at his table, like one of his sons or daughters. I encourage you to take that invitation. I hope you guys enjoy this Thursday. I hope you guys get a lot out of this devotion. I will see you guys tomorrow morning with the devotion. Have a good one.